Right, I'm working on some pockets today. Okay, so I want some, this is actually the size of my journal. I think it's 7¼ by 4¾ something like that. I'm gonna, sorry, it's not even straight. I'm going to make some pockets to like full-size pockets. That's better. Let's trim it off a bit. And with a tag, with a flap thing that I like to do. So I'll cut this very similar size. Yeah, sorry, mine's backs because this was really thin paper. So I'm going to, it's cut near enough the same size, and then I'll score 1/2 inch down. Okay, so that then is the pocket. Okay, you can do it the other way, but I actually want that at the top of that pocket, to be honest. So what I do now is I will ink up and maybe stamp that top a little bit, just to add a little bit of interest. But I'm actually liking the colour. I don't mind. See that bit? I mean, just happened to be on there and I've used it. I just work with it. I mean, you can stitch across there as well if you want. So I'm gonna do a little bit of stamping because, like I said, this year, well, not this year, but now, I do want to use more, you know, I want to use more stamps. I might put this in actually, and I'm going to keep in with the same sort of colour tone because it's only going to be let's look at something else. Okay, so what I want to do, yeah, I'm definitely gonna, I said next year I'm going to use a lot more stamping in my work, I think. Okay, and that's going to go there. Let's stick that down. Now my one is going to be actually stitched pocket because I'm only going to have one tag in, so it doesn't have to be, you know, have loads of room. And that is going to go in there. Okay, but the first thing I'm going to do, okay, I've got the file folder, so I'm sort of like thinking, okay, this is going to go over the page. This has got to be cut down, okay, but I don't want to cut this down the right size yet until I've done this, okay, because I want that same size up there, but it could hit this here. So I'm just going to see if that happens. All right, I'm not sure yet. All right, but this one's definitely going to, I'm going to do a tag top actually, because I quite like tag tops. I'm just going to go, no, because I'm going to stick that down, you see. That's going to go there. All right. Now we can put the grommet on now and then cover it, cover the inside, yeah, because that is going to move, so I will do that. I'll just find the centre. Okay. Just about there. I'm going to do is ink up this and do a little bit of stamping on this. I'm actually liking the colour. I'm going to get this one, I'm going to get the Christmas words or something. Okay. Oh gosh, I got this one. It's quite an old one. Hero Arts. Oh gosh. one. And I will do the same with this, even though it's too big. Not that one though. A little bit. While I'm here. So it sort of matches. You know, it'll be cut down. And these ones I've made out of postage stamps, actually. Then heat emboss them. There's all in my dangle videos is all the heat embossing videos that I do. So there we go. And I'll tape that, and then you can cover it. This is quite sticky, this one. So okay, I always tend to mitre the corner a little bit. Okay, that was that way. And I'm not going to worry about the other one until we're done, because that's loose anyway. Okay, yeah, I fill up my bottle every day. Okay, and I do not get any trouble with this is one of those ice and sugar bottles, the cheap one off Amazon. And the tops, I can't remember, because Tracy Fox managed to find the top, so they fit perfectly on there anyway. But I just keep it. If I come down to here, I will top up again the next day, and I have no trouble that way with it thickening up or anything. It's absolutely works a treat. I've no problem with it at all. I haven't had to use acetone for at least 12 months in any of my glue. So, and that's just keep topping it up every morning, or whenever you come in, you know. But I forgot today, so that's why I just went and done it. And also it stops you messing around trying to get the glue down, because that's one thing that really irritates me. And I when I see people do it, it's sort of like, oh, I wish I would fill their glue bottle up. And I'm thinking, and it does happen to me, of course it does, you know. And I'm there and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I'm gonna have to edit this bit out. Yeah. So anyway, back to this. That's my bit of paper for stamping on, which I use a lot. Shall we actually stitch across there, or shall we leave it? I think I'm going to leave it. Okay, this has got to go in first. Yeah, you can either, I'm going to stick it onto here, but you could actually stick it onto the back of that. All right, but when you stitch it all around, you've got to stitch it with that open. Okay, actually might stick it onto there. I think I will. Okay. Okay, that's all leveled up now. All right, so what I'm going to do is just stick a little bit of glue down here, just a bit, that's all. So I'm going to stitch it anyway, and a little bit just to keep it in place. Make sure it's right place there. Okay, but if you was gluing it in, then of course glue it in a bit better than me. All right, and like I said, when you stitch this, make sure you stitch it with that flap. Okay, right, this is the fold, so if anything I'm going to have it, you know, make sure it's flush here and then away from the fold there. But this is near the middle, so I'm okay where it is, but I just want, I think I've got a little bit out there. It's putting me off. Yeah, a little bit like that. Amazing, isn't it? There we go. There we go. Right, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll work on the tag that comes down. There we go. Okay, that's that bit, and then we do this bit. So now we can see, I mean, I'm going to have to, because there's a score line here from something else. I'm just wondering whether that might interfere, because I'm not covering that, am I? But I can cover, I'm covering the inside, so that's stiffen that up. That's okay. Yep, and now what I'll do, might need to trim that off a little bit there. Let's see, I've done it 4 inches, but it can come in a bit. I think I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna, so that fits nicely. I prefer to take a bit off the edge. I'll take it off this side. So that was, yeah, 4 inches, just under, so let's take 1/4 inch off. And this is my size of journal. I mean, you can do it any size, really. But just so it fits in there a bit better. And it's got a bit of that weak edge as well. That's going to fit in there nice. Right, so it is, do you see what I mean? So it is catching on there. Okay, and to be honest, when you put that in, if it does catch on it, then you have to work with that. Okay, so I'm going to come down a bit. There, I can always add a bit of stamping on that bit, no problem, or ink it up there. And then I'm going to measure this. I'm not sure how much it was. Oh, that's narrower now, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. 1.5. So there. I don't think you're going to notice that. Okay, and that's my tail, so I'm going to cut that off. So next time I must remember to do the size of the card a little bit narrower than I thought, but really, and we'll tag it. So I just had to make sure it was cut near enough because of this hanging over. My next set's going to be covered anyway, and I'm going to round the corners. A little bit weak on those corners, so but it'll be okay once we cover it. Okay, and then that is going to go in the pocket. Okay, and that'll go like that, and then you can tuck something in behind it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is going to be line paper on the back, and then I'll have something like a pretty piece of paper on the front there. All right, let's glue that down. So 6.5 by 3 3/4. That's about 6.5, I think. Let's have a look. What colour have we done? Sorry, I'm looking at. Yeah, I might do that actually. Okay, and do exactly the same as in line paper. Take a sliver off that one, I think. Okay, we could do some nice collage on there. Okay, something, and then you've got nice journaling spot on the back for writing. I might even put a little bit of stamping on. Right, I'm going to randomly ink this because I'm not keen on edges, as you know. I don't like things that bluntly stop, so, and I literally just want to do that. So, oh my god, I've done it upside down then. I had a moment. And then that sits in there. Okay, and even if it hits that, it doesn't matter, but if it doesn't, you know, and it does go down, it'll only go to that anyway, so that is fine now. Okay, and it doesn't, don't forget I took 1/4 inch off of that more, but it still doesn't look odd when you look at it, so lucky there. Very lucky. So that bit of string, oh dear, excuse me. Right, what we got? It's a little bit thick, this. Actually, I'm wondering if I could, oh, it might be right. It's really nice, isn't it? It's nice and Christmassy. Okay, like that. So again, you can have a tuck spot here with, say, tag in. It can go in there as well. Okay, and then when you open it, this pulls out. Okay, which I'm going to decorate actually. And I might decorate with that. I don't actually need the tag top, so, but that sits there perfectly, so, you know, don't be afraid to do this. I might use that somewhere in the journal, on a pocket or something. Do here, as the page is already collaged, okay, I'm going to stitch black stitching around there to emphasize that print. Okay, and then I'm going to find some bits, maybe a bit of green, just to bring a little bit of green into that. It's quite a lot of red, so I've got to find my green now. Snowballs on this one. That's for my splattering. Let's have a bit of that. We've actually got a little bit of green there, you see. And I want one more thing. Quite like that. And No. Okay. So again, I'm going to stitch around here. Okay, I'm liking that, and that can be used somewhere else because you can always, you know, stick that in somewhere. Okay, not on this so much, but I do use those. Okay, yep, I'm going to stay with that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch around that. Okay, and stitch around the whole thing. Okay, and then we'll glue that down. Yep. Okay, so I've done that. So it looks like, you know, we've made a nice little topper, even though it's quite a flat image. I've cut this down just a tad more. Okay, mainly on this side here. So, because I wanted the green to poke through a little bit more, but a bit of washi tape or anything like that will work fine there. So I'm just going to sort of touch that there. Okay, and then that's going to go, yep, that's fine. Actually want this torn, so, okay, that tore good. Okay. I think this is a bit of mop up from the tags I've just done. Right, and you see bits of tape on there. I'm going to put my own tape on. And then we've got a nice journaling card to go in our pocket. Okay, might need a little bit more on that one to match this. And there we go. Okay, let's see my sad journal. That's all I've done. But I've done tags and stuff, haven't I? So this is going about here. Sorry, I've got to get on really. But then I've got all December too. So this is what I'll be playing with. And I'll most probably do like an art journal, Christmas art journal again, because that one's gone, isn't it? So, and that's going to go in there. Okay, and then we can also put something in there as well, but that need back in, that one, but there we go, and that can sit there. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching that. It's like a little short one today. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more pockets and things, and then I'll come back to you. I want to use these up, so, and I've got that little bit there and up. So I'm getting a little collection for some more scrap tags here. I love doing them. Okay, we'll speak to you all soon then. Bye.